Part 3. You know, the truth is, from the moment you're born and throughout your entire life, you're constantly being frightened, be it about the end of the world or some kind of potential catastrophe. It's quite awful, actually, considering that we all have to die, and there's no saving us or an alternative route. And then one day it will happen, and so it will. But let's not allow ourselves to feel frightened or listen to some stupid prophecies and so on, because this has been taking place for thousands of years, really. And now it's about every 2 years almost. I remember all the scaremongering that took place with the year 2000, and then 2012, of course. And everybody awaits something, but what's best to do is not await anything and just live here and now. Because we don't really know if life will still be here tomorrow, next week. We have very little control over some events and forces. You know, what I discovered is being alone and being in a place like the shore of the ocean, listening to not much else but the sound of the waves, you can really forget about everyday things and start asking yourself all these philosophical questions about the meaning of our existence here on Earth, our surroundings, why we're here, what's the point of us being here, and why? And why do we exist only for such a short time? Recently, I happened to walk past a person who was standing by the ocean and doing something, some sort of prayer probably, and he appeared to be in a trance-like state. And you can really find yourself in a similar state if you just stand there and forget about all the things that we are basically forced to do, rarely want to do. That is work and everyday fighting to stay in the position we're in. You'll quickly realize we're just a small particle in the grand scheme of things. It's also a good way to let go of problems and clear your mind and feel happiness. Contact with nature is what helps us get it out. Because, surprise, surprise, it's inside of us. Happiness is not something that lives in a place. And so it doesn't matter where we are. Because we all see our surroundings differently, and something can be both good and bad depending on who you ask. It's because we all have the same senses but different emotions and experiences. In our lives, we tend to chase something at all times, desire something at all times, search for something at all times. But sometimes it's worth to just stop, stand and listen to the wind, feel the air, look around, look up at the clouds, and not do much more. Did you know that the ocean can change its color depending on the time of day? Just the angle of the light changes its color. And it's amazing, and it gives me great pleasure to watch the world around me like that. I like places devoid of noise and this chase after whatever it is that people are chasing after, I'm not sure. We tend to feel that we need more and more, and if we just had a better car, a more comfy bed, better clothes or shoes, or a handbag, then we'd be happy. But it's so far from the truth, you guys. Health and comfort, including food, is all we need. I'm not sure if you've observed this as well, but people go shopping from boredom. If there's nothing to do, people go and drag themselves from one shop to another. It's like going hunting. You hunt, you look for something, and then you just can't refrain and you've got to buy this or that. And then you bring it back to your house, look at it, and basically the excitement's over at that point. And we're ready to look for new things that seem like they will contribute a lot and make us happy. But sometimes happiness is to sit under a tree, on a stone, on a sand, wherever you are. Close your eyes and listen to the sounds of nature. We also tend to spend a lot of time analyzing what the future will bring. But what's the difference? I'd say what's happening now and what you're feeling now is more important. I'm saying all this to you after having left my home country 30 years ago. Those years weren't easy, and today I live here, and this is my home. And I can say that I love it just as much. In fact, I love the entire planet about the same, because all of it is beautiful. It doesn't matter where you currently live. The entire world belongs to all of us. And there's nothing more beautiful in life than to discover new things.